The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Penfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat on location at Vision Nissan in Webster. Jonathan Oliva, the man in charge here. Every week at this time we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 and Monroe County. We begin with our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, the East Rochester girls basketball team advanced to the Class C1 semifinals with a win over Pembroke. And number 2, Rush Henrietta has one game to go to finish with an unbeaten Section 5 season. Comets at 20-0. Take on arch rival Penfield in the Class AA championship game. And number 1, the Hilton wrestling team. The cadets didn't win the title this year, but did produce 2 state champions. Yanni Diacomo-Hollis won again at 120, and Louis Dupre claimed at 160. Which brings us to RIT, where hiding among the brightest stars of the indoor track and field season are the race walkers. If it walks like a duck, it must be a race walker. It is an unusual event, to say the least.
When I was a freshman, I was really sick when the season started, and I wasn't qualifying in any of the distance events that I would usually run. So my coach told me to come out, try race walk. He taught me how to do it 3 days before the first race. I didn't like it at all at first. I was really mad at him, but as I got more comfortable with it, time just started dropping, and I just found out that it's kind of my secret talent, I guess.
When I first walked in, it was really memorable that I had a girl come up to me and says, "Coach, I would love to race walk." And I'm like, "What's race walk?" So I went home, watched a little bit, learned a little bit, but it's a very coachable event, and I just found that it didn't take much in terms of making a kid exceptional in this. That just some good form, some good technique really goes a long way.
Race walking requires a very specific set of skills.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to keep your front leg on the ground straight, so when it hits the ground, your knee has to be locked, and it has to stay on the ground until your next leg is on the ground, so you can't lose contact, and you can't, you can't jump like how you would when you were running. You have to stay on the ground, keep one leg on the ground at all times.
Week in and week out, Becca Whittlin is one of the best in the state at the race walk. She's ranked 4th. A legacy of sorts, her mother held her high school record in the event competing in the Syracuse area. The 1,500-meter race walk is only run by girls, mostly, and is exclusively an indoor event. Kind of. It is at best misunderstood, at worst, scorned.
I think it's actually a waste of time. It's kind of boring because it moves kind of slow. And I feel like it's more of a workout than an actual event. Maybe it was a little bit shorter, then it would be more entertaining to watch.
It's too long, and they're just walking, and there's barely passing, and it's really spread out most of the time. So you only really watch the finish, and that's just wasting time.
You find yourself having defended a lot? I mean, the kids come up to you, yeah, you're a race walker, you don't really count?
Yeah, definitely. People tell me oh, you're just race walking, that doesn't actually count as a real track event. But then I'm like, well, I'm scoring 10 points for you for our team at sectionals, so I think it's a real event.
Interestingly enough, the race walk produced one of the real exciting moments at the state qualifying track meet at RIT. Whittlin spent most of the race attempting to hold off Palmac's Olivia Harble. Successfully, as it turned out, only to be caught in the stretch walk by Penfield's Melissa Tylock, who says it's unwatchable. Those 3 seniors will renew their unusual rivalry one more time in the state championships in Ithaca. Coming up, our coverage of the Section 5 Hockey Championships, and Kim drops by with our Making the Grade nominee when the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat on location from Vision Nissan in Webster continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat. I'm Bill Pucko on location here at Vision Nissan on Ridge Road in Webster. Time now for a look at our honor roll of high school athletes. Number 3 this week, Gigi Vasile of Webster Thomas won the state Alpine Ski Championship, the Alpine combined title at Whiteface Mountain. Number 2, Frankie Gissendaner of Penfield. Frankie won the state crown at 138 pounds. And at number 1, Scott Lazaroff of Brighton, who wrapped up his high school diving career with a state title. He leaves for Auburn University with a state crown, 3 sectional titles, and the 11 dive Section 5 record. Which brings us back to RIT, where we spent a lot of time this past week. There were 2 Section 5 champions crowned in Class B, a double B and a B champion. We begin here with the B game between Brockport and Irondequoit. When Brockport began the high school hockey season 1-5-1, there wasn't too much thought being given to playing for a championship. But the Blue Devils flipped their season and in fact were playing the Class B Section 5 championship after losing just once in their last 10.
The players just started doing little things better, playing harder in our zone. We were giving up 4 or 5 goals a game early, and you can't win in hockey games doing that. So we buttoned that down a little bit and continued to do the little things well, and the kids really focused in the second half.
Irondequoit had beaten Brockport twice, but this was the one that mattered.
I know that's that adage about it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, but we can't really get too caught up in that, especially since we're the ones that won the 2 games. But they were both very competitive games, and they're playing really well right now. The last time we played them was January 20th, so I think they're playing a lot better now as well. So today's going to be its own unique game.
Those 2 previous games produced 11 goals, and this, like them, was a wide-open affair. The Eagles got much the better of the first period chances. They had an 18-shot period, but the first goal of the game wasn't theirs. On a power play that seemed to save the Blue Devils from what looked like a rout, Walden Grady got a perfect shot off from the point to give Brockport the 1-0 lead.
How important is it getting that first goal, especially when you're getting outplayed?
When we're getting out, it was very important. Got us on our feet early, and then worked from there.
Undaunted, Irondequoit rallied on a power play of their own, skating 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. Andrew Nope put home a rebound to tie the game at 1.
You guys go on a 5-on-3 power play, first of all, there's no stopping you, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's our game. Just come out and play as hard as we can, and that's what we try to do all game.
The Eagles weren't done. With just 8.7 seconds left in the first period, Gus Aldridge with a beautiful setup for Philip Berea and a 2-1 lead. That was the score after 1, outshot 18-4. Brockport was reeling.
Go out and do what you've been doing all year. Make plays, be physical, man up in our zone. Little stuff, okay? We pass the puck a few times, they don't know what to do. We use our defense a few times, they don't know what to do. Okay, because they're used to you guys making it easy on them. So we need to not make it easy on them. Okay? It's over. All that matters is what happens next, guys. And you know that better than any team in this league. Okay? That was not our best period, but it doesn't matter a bit. Whoever wins the last couple periods here is going to win the game. Period. Period. It doesn't matter what happened. You guys ready? Yeah. Come on, let's go. Come on, get yourselves together. You got a couple minutes. Let's go.
In the second period, Irondequoit got another opportunity with Anthony Thurston and Lewis Cupp breaking in 2-on-1, but nothing came of it. Brockport goalie Riley Emerson was keeping his team in it.
18 shots. They were all over you, and you kept the guys close.
Yeah, I mean,
Congrats to our defensemen, though, because they swept away all those second opportunities. I'll make the first save for them, but they really did a good job with those rebounds.
Having bought Brockport some time, the tide began to turn. The Blue Devils tied the game midway through the second period. Carlton Ekior, the football star, out to Josh Hettinger for the goal. Then Matt Rowe, with one of the two prettiest goals of the game, came from behind the net to give the lead back to Brockport, 3-2. Once again, though, Irondequoit responded, and just 34 seconds later, it was Cup to Thurston. That goal retied the game, heading into the locker room for the second intermission. Into the third period, Brockport stunned Irondequoit by scoring twice in the first minute and a half. Mitchell Henshaw's shot was rebounded by Dylan Sharp, the Devils scoring the first goal in each of the 3 periods of this game. Just 44 seconds later, they got another. Ekior jamming the net to make it 5-3 Brockport. Gaining increased confidence with each shift, Julian Mitchell Henshaw got the other prettiest goal of the game, circling the net before giving the Blue Devils a 3-goal lead at 6-3.
I got a great pass from 27, and I put it in the right spot. I got lucky there.
Brockport scored the first goal in each period. Irondequoit got the last in each. David Regan assisting on Nope's second goal of the game to give the Eagles life. That coming just 30 seconds later. It was 6-4 with 5:46 left. Down inside of a minute, Irondequoit got to within 1 when Regan scored with 30 seconds left. It was 6-5, and the Eagles had life. Controlling play and frantically trying for the game-tying goal, Thurston with the shot on net, Emerson with the last of his 28 saves. Brockport survived for the 6-5 win to claim the Class B championship.
We're a tight-knit group. We know how to react in these situations, and I just got to keep standing on my head and just do what I got to do for us to win.
Later, we dial up the Class Double B game between Victor and the Grease Thunder. But up next, Kim has our Making the Grade nominee when the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat on location from Vision Nissan in Webster continues.
Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for our Making the Grade segment where we look at individuals for their performance both on and off the field. This week, we honor Beth Heberger of Hilton High School for making the grade. Although only a freshman, there's a reason Beth is one of the best in New York State when it comes to her sport. She's been a member of Hilton's bowling team since 7th grade, and she credits her family to her accomplishments. A family sport passed down from generation to generation, Beth has had years of training growing up in her local bowling community. She's received first-team all-county status since her time with the team and was able to qualify in the tight race for states. Beth's next stop is the Bowling State Championships in Syracuse, where she will help represent high schools throughout the Rochester area. When she's not getting practice in at the lanes, Beth dedicates herself to her schoolwork. She knows the importance of maintaining her high honor roll status and consistent A average now and in the future, which is why this week, Hilton's Beth Heberger is making the grade. If you have an idea for a Making the Grade segment, we want to hear from you. You can contact us at info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with a look at our Section 5 calendar.
Only the elite are left playing winter games. State qualifying games for the girls' basketball teams from Class A1 and A2 take place on Tuesday. The boys will go through the same drill on Wednesday for Classes A, B, and C in sites and times to be determined. That gets us to the weekend, and the State Hockey Championship takes place Saturday with the championship games on Sunday in Utica. Back to the hockey. The Double B game is our all-sports high school game of the week as the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat on location from Vision Nissan in Webster continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat. I'm Bill Puckle. We are on location this week from Vision Nissan on Ridge Road in Webster. Jonathan Oliva is our general manager, hanging out here with a 2014 Nissan Sentra. This is the #1 selling Nissan dealer in all of Rochester, and it's great to be here. Thanks to all the guys. Blue Devils were looking for a sweep of the Section 5 hockey championships. Brockport, as you saw, took the Class B crown. Victor, the Blue Devils, were looking for the Double B championship. It's our all-sports high school game of the week against the Grease Thunder. David Ferentz, the best high school hockey player we've seen in some time. In 2 seasons at Victor, Ferentz had 59 goals and 30 assists. That's 89 points in just 37 games, while splitting time with a junior team in Syracuse. The Blue Devils were 12-3 in games he played this year. They were 3-3-1 without him. The Thunder had another outstanding season and were unbeaten in 8 games prior to their Class Double B final, giving up fewer than 2 goals per game over that stretch. It took almost no time flexing their muscles against Victor. On a power play, Mark McNeil took the shot, and a wide-open rebound was left for Dylan O'Hare, the goal coming a mere 55 seconds into the contest. It was the only goal of the period. Athena Odyssey owned a 12-3 edge in shots and would pretty much maintain that advantage. The Thunder continued to control play in the second period. Colin O'Leary had an opportunity to score, save Chase Ireland. Sean Ryan worked a shot past Ferentz defending on the play, saved Chase Ireland. Late in the second period, Victor went on a power play. The best scoring chance came shorthanded. The Grease team owned a 25-8 advantage in shots after 2 periods, but still owned just a 1-0 lead.
Everyone was a little bit down, 1-0, but coach just got us to believe, and we came out, we knew we were going to get one.
To the third period, Victor was still trying to make the most of its few opportunities. Kyle Pooler, one of the Blue Devils' top scoring threats, was sent in alone, but missed the net. It was still 1-0. Ferentz had been held in check all night. This time, he got loose. Skating end-to-end, Bobby Orr-like, David put the puck right on the stick of Kevin O'Brien. Tied hand.
He wheeled it in around the corner, and he found me wide open, and I just tapped it in. Beautiful pass by David, though.
Well, is this just a matter of you guys waiting for him to do something like that to get you going?
Well, he always does stuff like that, but a lot of our teammates with big hits got us going in the second period, and that really helped us out.
With just over 5 minutes left, Victor's John Spencer forechecked a puck into the slot where Patrick Manning, right place, right time, cashed it.
I just came off the bench on the change, and then Johnny Spencer threw the puck out in front, and it was just right there waiting for me.
It's like all of a sudden, it's like boom, and there it was, right?
Right on a platter for me, yeah. Yeah, he just put it right there.
It was 2-1 Victor. The score stood.
I just wish we could have finished it. I mean, I love my team. They're family to me. We deserved it, but Victor, obviously, I guess they wanted more. I mean, it was a hell of a game, and I'm never going to forget these moments I had that I got to play here. It was awesome.
Chase Ireland made 36 saves. Grease wound up with a 37-11 shot advantage, but Victor advances.
You've been through a lot of stuff. How's this rate with the things that you've accomplished in hockey?
It feels great. I don't have a sectional title until this, so it's great to win it.
Victor and Brockport, the Blue Devils, will face each other for a berth in the state tournament. McQuaid, a 3-2 winner over Fairport, advances in Class A. They'll play in the regionals this weekend.
Thanks to our partners at the Vision Automotive Group, they make the Sports Beat possible.
And to the great people here at Vision Nissan in Webster, they've been great. You've been great. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.